Let's talk about the do's and don'ts to make positive impressions. All right, first and foremost, as much as you possibly can, focus on the person's attractive qualities and the energy they bring to you, the conversation you want to learn more about. Pull it forward to what's possible, then focusing just on the end result. If you are looking for a hookup, yet you're talking to them like a relationship, that's a don't. Don't talk like a relationship if you really aren't looking for that. But if you are, do take the time to actually get to know them as an individual. Take the time to ask some actual questions, find out what it is that they're saying and doing that makes it natural and it flows, and have a good time with it. But also don't put so much expectation on the other person's responses, meaning that they could be guarded. You could have said something that kind of threw them off, so they're being a little more cautious, and it might take them a little bit more to warm up. But once you get them comfortable and they feel good in the dialogue you two are sharing, odds are they're going to want to share more. So even though it might feel like a job or feel like a lot of work, the do's are to stop being somebody who is quick to judge in a dating situation, which I know that's like the $1 million challenge out there. Is it's not easy. It's very challenging to be able to pause yourself enough to be able to just hang in there because you're like curious when you aren't getting enough nourishment initially. So the cautiousness, the conservativeness, the unknown when it comes to being vulnerable in a dating situation is difficult. So I want to challenge you to really get clear what you want, not expecting a new date to give you all of that right out the chute, or that they have to indulge you with all of their insights and information right away. But by asking questions, you are going to attract a better foundation of connection. You're going to attract somebody who's actually more into getting to know you because they feel you are into getting to know them. The don'ts that I want you to keep in mind is a feeling of like, don't over text. If you don't get a response, you could send another one a few hours later, but keep it light. Don't be irritated. And it's hard not to be irritated. The only time that you can be a little more frustrated with communication is if somebody says, hey, I want to meet up with you. When do you want to get together? And then they go silent for half an hour. And you're like, okay, I was just getting ready. I'm planning on popping out. I'm going to come meet you, but now I don't even know if you're out there or if you're interested. So there are going to be times that you're going to leave somebody hanging and not do it on purpose, but yet it could be not so good. So be consciously aware of your communication. If you are dialoguing with somebody, let them know by responding. If something has come up or you've got a call to take, then pop back to them and say, hey, hold on, I've got a call I'm on right now. Let me follow up with you in just a few and we'll continue making our plans. Don't just leave people hanging. I get really tired of that because I believe strongly that it's important to hold energy and space for somebody, whether it's dating or you're just starting to dialogue or have communications, and you deserve to have that respect back. And if they can't be respectful enough to, let you know they're busy for a moment, then they're just too self-consumed. So, don't put people on pause, just let them know what's going on. And if you're in a situation that you are, not as interested in somebody, it's also important to kind of say, hey, you know what? I actually don't really see this going anywhere, but it's been super fun chatting with you. I'm glad that we had a chance to connect for a moment, but I need to wish you well. And I know that's hard to do because we all kind of like knowing there's somebody out there that's interested, but it's also important that if there's really nothing, there really is nothing. And it's actually the respectful thing to do, because you're kind of building some dating karma. You're kind of opening up to that reality that there are people out there that are actually wanting to progress forward. And another don't push people's boundaries. Don't keep asking for something that they have clearly shown they're not interested in. Whether it is coming to your home and they're not ready for that, maybe it's a matter of meeting up for a late date that fits for your type of style, but really they're not comfortable with that. Whatever it is, really listen to their boundaries, listen to when they are pulling back, listen to where they are not engaging, and pause, take some time to kind of analyze a little bit. Like if you say something that you think is really fun and flirty and they don't react to it, chances are they don't really like it, and they don't really want to tell you they don't like it, but they also hope you're going to catch on. So listen to the energy and the feels that you get when you are engaging, whether it's text messaging, chatting with somebody at a dating situation, you're on the phone, you're video chatting, whatever it is. Watch their facial expressions, watch how they respond to you. Let them know that you are listening to where they're coming from. And part of the do's that I would highly recommend is actually ask them questions. Ask them about their kids, ask them about their lives, ask them about their day, and actually listen to the answer. What I find so often is people will say, "How are you?" And you could respond back with "good," and they leave it at that. What you really need is to say, "Hey, how was your day? How are you doing with whatever project they had coming up, with whatever weekend plans they told you about?" Remember things that they've said or commented about, because that will help them feel that they're not just one of many, and help them feel like they actually matter and you want to know. Too often people really don't want to know how you're doing. They just kind of want a validation of a check-in, and it's not something very fulfilling. So do ask real questions, not open-ended yes, no questions. Ask specifics and actually comment about them. Remember some of the things you guys talk about and bring them up at another time, because that is how you start building a connection where the person feels like you want to know them as an individual and you want to see how things progress. So there's just a splash of the do's and the don'ts in dating. What are some of your do's and don'ts with dating? I would love for you to comment below and let me know what you think and things that you are working on to get better at your communication success. I am Jacqueline with Discover Love Matches, and I am here to support you every step of the way. So I really appreciate all the great comments that everyone's been making. I love the likes and the subscribing. It's really helping me to get my message to more people and letting me know that this is what you guys are looking for. So thank you for the chat this morning and or afternoon. Who knows when you're listening to me? I will say I think I actually get more video watches at night. So comment below too and let me know, when do you watch my videos? All right. Have a great rest of your time. And I will look forward to sending the next message to you soon.